Look at that, beautiful, isn't it? Lovely morning. Yesterday, well, from about 1 o'clock in the morning onwards until about 9, we had storm force winds. We was tail end of Storm St Jude. We don't often get severe storms in this country. The last one was back in 1987, which we did actually have a hurricane, and the devastation that unleashed was fantastic in a way. Showed you the awesome power of nature. This time it was just a severe storm. Again, it was unleashing the power of nature and what it can do. It's absolutely fantastic at times. Just having a little bimble around these woods, see what I can find. Chit chat, cup of tea and pictures. Yeah, it's just been a beautiful week. Had to think about a few things and just love to wander. Leaves are still on the tree. In fact, the autumn is proving a very long one, though it has got remarkably chilly all of a sudden. It's got not frosty chilly, but just chilly. Anyway guys, I'm going to have a little bimble around these woods. Pop in now and then, and a little later on, chit chat. One of the main reasons why the beach is called the Widowmaker. Look up there somewhere was this branch. Yeah, we call it the Widowmaker primarily because it does shed its branches quite easily. You never camp under one. Well, I was hoping to get some, yeah, I got some there. Ah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, really tough puff. All them spores from the stump puffballs, part of the lycopodiums. Well, my friends, well, a poplar uprooted by this little gust of wind we had the other day. I'm going to revisit some of these trees if they're not tidied up and harvest a bit of a carving wood. Well, as you can see, a forager's delight as far as the sweet chestnut goes. And there's just such a lot of sweet chestnut this year as well. Maybe next week when I have some time off, I want to make an effort to collect some. And again, between those two trees I normally walk, as you can see there's a sweet chestnut that's come down. So we move on. Oh, and there's my little dog, Mr. Wonderhound. Well guys, here we are. It's the day after the severe storm. There's a few trees, as you've seen earlier, that have been blown down. A beech known as the Widowmaker. Yesterday on the way into work I had to climb over a birch that's blown across the path. And it was quite a storm. It didn't last for that long. A couple of hours at the most, you know, about three or 4 hours. It was quite severe, and the usual disruptions happened. Most of the trains got cancelled, which was a bit of a pain. I mean, I had to catch the bus home. I walk into work and catch the bus home. I normally catch a train home. But it's always a timely reminder when you get weather like this, really severe weather. In some respects, it's a good timely reminder that nature shows itself as being in charge and not us. We might think that we're in charge of the planet, but nature does have a whip in its tail. Other than that, it was quite a pleasant day, and it is a pleasant day today. It's very, very sunny out today. There's a nip in the air. There's a definite winter a wintry type nip in here. It's cooler. It's decidedly cooler. Last week was quite mild. In fact, yesterday was quite mild. It's very nice. Very, very, very nice weather. Winter is on its way. And dressing for winter. I've read a couple of news reports on the Huffington Post. One was to do with some walkers up in Snowdonia that to call out, these were people of my age. They were so totally unprepared for the weather. They were wearing summer clothing in late October in the mountains in Wales. Silly, really, really silly. Hypothermia will set in not when you least expect it. It's normally above freezing, about between 0 to about 10 degrees or 20 degrees C. That's when it will set in. It catches you unawares normally if you. And all I can say, guys, is please, when you're out there, dress appropriately for the weather. Though I've got this mission to wear shorts for most of the year, or for right round till next May, I shan't be doing that if I'm going to do an overnight or go out on a bit of a long walk, because catching a cold is not in my remit for this year. I read an article about the horse whisperer. He Essacortinarius, which basically has got a toxin called orelin in it, and that destroyed his kidneys. And basically, he said he would love to be able to pee again. I mean, he'll be on dialysis for the best part of his life now. And a little bit further down in the article was a mention in the, so far in Italy, 18 people have died through fungi this year. And bizarrely, it's not through eating them. They went out foraging at night and fell off their cliff. So even if you're foraging, please be careful, guys. You know, it's you might see the little golden apple. You know, you chase after it, and it could be a bit of a fall. And on the aspects of foraging, I'm halfway through processing my first ever lot of acorns. I've roasted them, and now I've got to grind them, see what they come out like. Might re-roast them and make an ersatz coffee, I don't know yet. I might try and work them into a patty. It's all part of my plan for what I would like to do later on next year, as far as spending a few days living off the land. I'm not sure how it's going to pan out. It would be nice to be able to do that. On that respect, I bought a new foraging book. It's an e-book, it's only an e-book at the moment. And I think it's called Eat the Coast. And it's, you know, I can't even think of the author's name. And it deals with just specifically with coastal foraging. You know, fish, seaweeds, mollusks and what have you. And maybe just some stuff on the shoreline. But I say I've only just recently purchased it. It's brand new, hot off the press. The guy runs coastal foraging courses in this country, and from what I can gather, looking around the net, he's pretty damn good at it as well. I'm slowly sorting out next year's work. Oh God, I see what gets tired when I come out of it. Maybe it's just I'm so relaxed. Yeah, I'm sorting out some stuff for next year. I want to go and have a nice little holiday with Avalon. I'm not sure where yet. It's got to be dog friendly because we'll have to take the beast with us. But I'm looking to doing a few more projects as well. I'll try and get back into carving again. I've had about a year or so off. I started carving in earnest, and it sort of just fell away. I like to carve outdoors, and if I'm not out here, you know, out in the backyard, and I think it's because I've got anti-social neighbours that it makes it a bit difficult, you know. You're having to deal with everybody else's music and noise. Noise doesn't stop at the fence. Little rant over. So, foraging. As you saw earlier, loads and loads of sweet chestnuts. More sweet chestnuts than you could throw a stick at the moment. And I think it's because there's a dearth of squirrels. I haven't seen any squirrels here for the past few months. None at all. I know they've not been hunted, or they may have been, but you know, they're just not here. They're gone. So there's plenty of sweet chestnuts. I've got to think about that one. Do I have a go at making some chestnut flour? Got to look up on the net for that, see how to do it. Or we'll just leave them. I don't know. We'll have a think about that one. And cooking's been kicking up around in my mind. Backwards cooking. Want to experiment with that a bit more. You know, different recipes. Bannocks. There's an oat cake recipe I've seen using flour and rolled oats. Apparently it looks like concrete until you cook it, and then it firms up. A bit more backwoods cooking. I want to try. I keep finding little bits that I've done. There's a few projects I'm going to demonstrate a long line or making up of a long line, and then maybe we'll spend a night or two down the coast, set it out, see what we can catch. Because there's more. I want to do more foraging next year. I want to get more involved with the foraging aspect of this stuff that we call bushcraft. Might ruffle a few feathers on this opinion. I see lots of people go out and they say this bushcraft group, or they're doing that bushcraft. And basically, essentially what they're doing is just camping out in the woods, necking a few beers and opening a tin of beans. That's to me is camping. It borders on wild camping. I mean, bushcraft to me, it goes everywhere with you. You know, it's with you all the time. You know, you collect a piece of wood, or you collect some wood to make a tool, some sort of tool, or what. You can do it at home. You've only got to look at Dick Pranecki, who built a cabin in the woods, and he was working essentially from his home. You don't have to. I think bushcraft is an overused word. It's outdoors life, really, what we're doing, and I enjoy it. I've got lots of things I want to do and practice. You know, there's little things which falls in the realm of campcraft. You know, making pegs to hook up your clothing with, gathering cordage. There's a guy. I think his website goes John's Bushcraft, and he actually made a lovely gill net out of some lime bark, out of some lime cordage, and it's very, very wonderful, very, very good to look at. I'll be covering aspects. I'm after a new knife. I did mention it to Avalon as a Christmas present. And Ulu, she said, "Have you got enough knives?" But the Ulu, as some of us will know, is an Inuit knife that you use for basically preparing food. Very handy little knife. I saw a guy using one on a course for when we were dicing up the old rabbit to make the terrine with, and very useful piece of kit. It's a food preparation tool basically. You can't do much else with it. It's a handy shape. It's a good shape, and if I had a circular saw blade, I could actually make one. You know, they are quite easy to make. Getting the grind different. I mean, I think I'd use a Scandi grind on it. But as I say, it's a bigger focus on foraging, bigger focus on getting out altogether next year, I think, as well. Even from this point on, you know, it's a lovely day today. It's going to be a fine day tomorrow. All we've got to do really is dress appropriate. Be getting all my gear out. I've been sorting through my gear over the last few weeks, or few months. I've been chucking a lot of stuff away, stuff that I've made, stuff that's not appropriate anymore, stuff that was, I've binned all my hobo stoves because frankly I just don't use them. They're an interesting exercise. I've kept one which is a Heineken one, made out of a Heineken 5 litre beer keg. Very, very, very good size, takes a lot of wood. It's part of my ethos of simplifying everything. I run two Facebook groups. One's called Kish Bushcraft, and on that I'm trying to get people to contribute on the amount of kit. Many people take far too much kit. I've mentioned this before, and it's not good. It's no fun if you've got a lot of kit and it's making it heavy going. Ah, there's a little spider on the camera trying to climb up. It's interesting. But the wind is buffeting. It's still a bit windy out. I mean, it's not as strong. It's just a normal autumnal wind. But that was a strong wind. Yeah, as I say, I'm trying to simplify everything. We tend to overcomplicate it. I don't want to be uncomfortable when I come out. I believe in being comfortable, but I don't want to be overburdened with a lot of kit that basically isn't going to get used. Other than that, it's been good. As I say, I'll still be concentrating on doing some videos from in the man cave. They're just little sort of like shorts on gear or whatever, without having to come out here and demonstrate it. Because quite frankly, it is getting nippy. My legs are feeling cold at the moment. No, my feet are warm. I'm wearing vinyls. It'd be interesting to know what boots you guys favour. Me, when I'm out, there's basically 3 types of boots that I favour, or footwear. In general, it's Rogues, and I've just binned my Rogue desert boots. They actually wore out, and they were really good, so I'll be investing in a new set of them for next year. There's 2 other Rogue boots, what I call the mid-range ones, which I'm not sure what they're called. I think they're just called Rogues, and they're not waterproof, but they're very comfortable for summer wear. And being as they're not waterproof, it also allows your feet to breathe a bit. And the Rogue Trekkers, which are waterproof boots, and they're sort of like an everyday boot. I wear them to and fro to work. Mindles, these are Mindle Kansas, and they are an absolutely fantastic boot. Lovely, wide toe box, keeps your feet warm. And then I've got a set of Echo boots indoors. They're Scandinavian, and they're really warm. They are my winter boot, and they come up quite high, and they are a very, very comfy boot, and they're big enough that I can actually slip on a good thick pair of thermal socks as well. Having comfortable footwear is very, very important for most people. I work with people that don't really take much regard of footwear. You know, if it's cheap, it's okay. As far as they're just worried about the cost, and they wonder why their feet hurt. My feet hurt, but through different reasons. I wear comfy footwear, and it is comfortable. Floor gets a bit hard sometimes, so I've got some nice foamy insoles, and that's my footwear. I've butchered on enough, guys, so I'll be seeing you somewhat down the line. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this tea and this bit of a sunny day. I've got Alfie, my faithful hound. He's sort of sitting there very, very calm and collected, waiting for me to move, no doubt. Wonderful little dog. Really good companion. That's it, guys. I'm going to have a wander around the woods again in a minute, see what else has fallen down. There's been no fungi about, or very little, nothing edible. all the sort of edible fungi has really been whacked by the rain. So, goodbye, till soon.